Hybrid, I'm Zach Rubes, and this is my Space Invaders episode. I made a couple levels that are Space Invader levels, and they're here. I'm going to show them to you right now. So this is my first draft at a Space Invaders level. I was thinking what I would do, how I'd replicate the spaceship shooting out the bullets, and I decided basically Mario would be the bullets himself. So you can see the cloud here is the spaceship, and I got the little shelters there in the form of the toadstool platforms, and you just shoot yourself out of the cloud. Oh, and got the spaceships being shot across the top there with the bullet bills. It's aesthetically, I think it does the job, but after I finished this one, I wasn't quite satisfied with it, because as you can see with these clouds here, you don't even have to defeat, and the clouds and the stars, you don't even have to defeat any of the enemies. You could just skip the whole level right past the coin alien and finish the level. So next thing I'll show you is my second draft of a Space Invaders level. Before I do so, I'll just mention that after I made that first version, I took a look online. I thought, well, gee, someone else must have done a Space Invaders level, and sure enough, Andre from Game Explain had already done a pretty good job of it. He has an incredibly elaborate system complete with a staging area for the enemies, and some complex rails for them to travel down, so that they actually get closer and closer to you, just like in Space Invaders. I'll put the link to his video in my comments, or in the description. But let me just show you my second version here, and I like this version better, even though it has fewer stars, because it's actually almost required to have to beat the enemies here before you can finish the level, because, well, you'll see. So I got lots of mushrooms here, and the enemies are throwing. See, the Hammer Brothers are throwing lots of hammers, just like the aliens would be launching their bullets in Space Invaders, and you have to try and throw these shells up to try and defeat them all. The way to get out of the level is over here, and as you can see, I could try and jump up over here and over to the door, but with these guys throwing their stuff, throwing their hammers, it would make it a little more complicated. It would be doable, but a little bit more of an incentive for the player to have to defeat the enemies here than the last version I did, where there's no incentive at all. Finish it off. Boom. And go and finish the level. Past the coin alien. Oops, into the finish. Alright, that was pretty quick, so maybe I'll show one more level here. I'm a big nerd, and Alex Kalafi at Nintendo World Report gave me some positive feedback on this level, so I was pretty stoked when that happened. So as you can see, I'm giving the player instructions here with some words. Duck, long duck. You have to be ducking there to be able to be transferred from one skull raft to the other. 3 sections to this level. That last section there, you're probably wondering, am I going to fall into lava? But no, sure enough, there's the end of the first. So this section, so it says stay left. Let's see why. Well, let's stay right and see what happens. Oh, see, if I don't stay left, then I can't get by, because the power blocks end up killing me. So now you see why I say stay left there. And if the player ends up falling for that trap, then they're small, but they're forced to be big again because the mushroom's right there when they come out of the tube. So I'm going to stay left. I'm going to get rid of these guys, and then this one asks me to stay right. As you can see, the words stay right there, because if I fell on that power block I get stuck again. This part of the level I had to think about. I was pretty excited. I had something specific I wanted to happen. I was glad when I figured it out. I wanted stars to make you invincible, and then for you to slowly be pushed by the auto scroll into the stream of these Koopas here. I also didn't want you to be able to rush through because it would throw off the timing of what came next. So here, if you jump on the blue raft, you see you'll rush ahead. So that's why the words that were immediately before that part said white. In this part, it doesn't really matter if you go on the blue part because there's nowhere to fall except for down to where you eventually need to go anyway. Just down here. And that little space here makes it so that you can't rush ahead. As you can see, I could, if there was two blocks width of that little space there, I could slide underneath, but I can't because of the way I set it up, which makes the timing on that perfect, such that you need to jump on that precisely so to make sure you get past this next part. Run is what those coins say, and you need to run over that. Whoa. Run over that part. You would think, oh shoot, if I don't run fast enough, the auto scroll is going to get me here too. But in fact, that's the end of this section. So that the immediacy created by having that there and the words run for this particular jump over here does not it's an illusion that you'll get caught if you don't go fast enough. The part over there, the first part that I had to run to get past, was an emergency. If I didn't get past quickly enough, I would have gotten caught. But still, I wanted to create the illusion of the maze that you have to run past quick enough there. So you see those coins say DU, and as I pop out it says CK, so another duck, because if I don't duck quick there I won't be able to pop out. And we're coming to the end of the level. You need to duck, jump, duck, jump. A little bit of a Flappy Bird sort of inspired up down pipe pattern here. Make sure we duck here to get under. Oh god. And one final duck to get under. And finish the level. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, check out my other videos, and I will see you next time.